उनको अवतार बनाना है, ये बनाना है वगैरह वगैरह, तो मैंने उसको कैंसिल कर दिया। एक और मैं आपको उदाहरण देती हूँ, एक्विटेन पे उन्होंने बाइसाइकिल लेके बाइक लेन्स लगाए, फिर बाइक लेन्स उतार दी, तो कितने पैसे लगे, राइट? सो द नेक्स्ट थिंग आई वांट टू डू इज फाइंड द वेस्ट, क्योंकि मेरा ये कहना है कि मेरी जो स्लोगन है आप समझ लीजिए कि बिफोर वी आस्क टैक्स पेयर्स फॉर अनदर डॉलर वी शुड फाइंड ऑल द वेस्ट दैट्स राइट। एंड फाइनली मुझे ना एक ऐसा मिसिसागा चाहिए वेयर एवरीबॉडी इज ट्रीटेड द सेम, तो कोई ऊपर है ना कोई कम है, सबको एक एग्जैक्टली द सेम, क्योंकि कुछ ग्रुप्स को स्पेशल ट्रीटमेंट मिलती है, कुछ को नहीं मिलती है, वो लोगों को बहुत मतलब चोट पहुंचती है, हृदय में चोट पहुंचती है जब आप आते हैं यहाँ पे अपना देश छोड़ के, फिर आप देखते हैं कि भैया कुछ ग्रुप्स को स्पेशल ट्रीटमेंट मिल रही है, हमें क्या हो गया, राइट? तो माई प्रॉमिस टू यू इज एवरीबडी विल बी ट्रीटेड द सेम एंड आई एम ओपन फॉर क्वेश्चन। सो ये मैंने आपको, हाँ जी, all pedestrian lights need to be fixed. Okay. Yes. So the current mayor, I will not say too much about, except that I'm running because I will give you a simple example why I'm running. I brought a motion forward to say we need an auditor general. Do you know what an auditor general is? They find waste at City Hall. She voted against it. What is she afraid of? What is she hiding? Why in Canada is someone voting against an auditor general? In Toronto, the auditor general has found $350 million in waste in the last 4 years. That's $300 less in property taxes. Imagine if we had an auditor general. So one of the first things I will do as mayor is bring an auditor general. So I'm open to questions, but I need your support. I can win this. We can win this. We need core support. Mississauga brand driving के लिए बदनाम हो रहे हैं। Okay, very good point. I want to. This is not something the city of Mississauga can do, but this is something that the province can do. We should be licensing e-scooters and e-bikes.
They cannot ride. They have to just walk.
We are not enforcing.
No, this is a pedestrian for walk. It's not for driving bike, cycle also. But most of the accidents happens because of those, negligence of the pedestrian. It's not because negligence of the driver.
I know.
E-bikes also and driving also. Like, I mean, you are not entitled to drive the cycle, bike or anything on the pedestrian where we walk. That's for walking. That's not for driving.
Agreed.
So there is no rule for them. Every rule applies to the driver.
So what you're talking about is we have the rules, but we are not enforcing them. I'll tell you why we are not enforcing them. One, we don't have the ability. The second is, okay, you find somebody on an e-scooter who's driving on the sidewalk. How are you going to give him a ticket? There's no license. There's nothing. So the first thing you need is a framework. And that's why I'm pushing for licensing and registration. As soon as you license and register, first of all, we have 14-year-olds driving. They shouldn't be driving. But how is a police officer going to determine the person's age? There's no license. It all falls in the same. So we don't have the framework to enforce the rules, and that's what I would do. Yes.
How about the theft and home invasion that is going on? How about the theft and the home invasion that is going on, which is making it very scary, even like in a broad daylight or about like even at night, we are not sure about we should open the door for the needy or not.
So this is a very good question, but I know there may be people here from Brampton, and this is not in any way Brampton versus Mississauga, but here's the reality. Mississauga and Brampton have the similar population, but Mississauga pays 62% of the police budget. And Brampton's only paying 38% of the police budget. So the first thing we need to do is fix the policing for it. But we are not getting 62% of the police officers in Mississauga, right? But we are paying 62%. So you're not seeing the value for your money. because you're paying 62% of the police budget, but you're not getting 62% of the police officers in Mississauga. So that's the first thing. If I'm paying 62%, I want 62% of the police officers in Mississauga. Or I want to pay only 50% of the police budget. One of the two. We are going to need to use technology to help us. We cannot only rely on policing, right? Because the police finds people, but what we really want to do is prevent, right? The police is after the fact. What we want to... So I have some ideas around prevention that you will find in my platform. Almost every street that I know has a WhatsApp group, right, of people. And you act as almost like a community where I know there are WhatsApp groups where people will say, there's a blue car on the street, I don't know, does anyone know? And then someone might say, yeah, this is my daughter's boyfriend's car, and then everybody's happy. So I want to find a way to operationalize these kinds of WhatsApp groups in every street in Mississauga, in every neighborhood in Mississauga, and find a way to have connectivity with policing.
And how about the right to defend us? Like if someone is there and police is not there, then generally it's said that you can't defend yourself because the law will like sue you only if the other person gets hurt or something.
No, the right to defend exists. The right to defend exists. There's no question about it. What doesn't exist is, and that's where it gets tricky, is proportionality. So if someone is, in your backyard and stealing mangoes or apples and you want to kill them, that's not proportional.
Of course not.
Right? So I think it's the proportionality that's the gray area, but the right to defend exists, and I support that.
Good.
Okay. A question. Between Arvind and you, right? I would like you guys to think about it, right?
तो मैंने इस टॉपिक पर अरविंद से पहले भी बात की है, बट दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच इज रेलेवेंट टू बोथ। आपने जो भी बात की दीपिका जी, आपने इफिशिएंसी की बात की, बट इफिशिएंसी इज नॉट इनफ टू ड्राइव इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ। क्योंकि अगर इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ है, इट विल कट डाउन अ लॉट ऑफ नॉनसेंस दैट हैपेंस ऑन द ग्राउंड, राइट? इफिशिएंसी इज वन। लेकिन क्या आप और अरविंद जी डिफरेंट सिटीज, राइट? और मैंने अरविंद से बात की, तो हाउ कैन ड्राइव इनोवेशन एट द ग्राउंड लेवल or the culture and the support that is needed at the ground level, which turns into better economic situation, better lifestyle, which will also impact a lot of security challenges. And I need both of your opinion.
Yes, so I can give you the Mississauga and what I will be doing. I'm going to share a real life story. So there's a friend of mine called Sridhar. Sridhar drives to Markham every day, and he has started a company in Markham. And I asked Sridhar, like, you live in Mississauga, you love Mississauga, why did you start your company in Markham? And he said, because Markham has Venture Lab, which is the incubator for converting, if you want to build a prototype, right? A hardware prototype, that's what you have to do. And so one of my commitments is, if Markham and Markham's created 8,000 jobs because of Venture Lab. We should be having our version of Venture Lab. And again, congratulations to Brampton, because Brampton snagged the altitude accelerator, which is similar to Venture Lab. It's in Brampton, it's for the regional appeal. The question is, why doesn't Mississauga have one? Good on you, Brampton, for having one, but where's Mississauga's, right? So my focus, and I didn't speak about it, but thank you for raising it, is to create a climate where Mississauga creates where next happens. My economic development platform, the title is Mississauga Where Next Happens. Because the jobs I want are tomorrow's jobs.
But this is where
Created here.
Sorry to interrupt, but this is where I want 2 or more mayors to work together. This is
Absolutely.
not only topic only for Mississauga. Because if Mississauga just does it alone, right, that is going to spill over to some other, exactly.
No, it's an ecosystem, but so the contrast that I want to draw here between Carolyn Parish and myself is this. Carolyn Parish wants to build a convention center because she says it's going to create jobs. They are yesterday's jobs. They are service center jobs. They are low-paying jobs. And who needs a convention center when the Metro Toronto Convention Center is still not operating at full capacity, and then Premier Ford wants to build one in Oakville. So why do we need to build one in Mississauga? My vision is the exact opposite. Convention centers is 1990s. We are in 2016, right? So, sorry, 2026. My apologies, but we're in 2026. So we shouldn't be using a model 35 years ago. So my model is the jobs of tomorrow. I will have a full platform. We already have in Mississauga the foundation. We've got Saudi, we've got all of these companies that are online using AI. And the question is, what can we do to make sure that Mississauga gets the high-paying AI-related jobs? And I want to make Mississauga that hub. And I'm working with somebody in the AI space to come up with a full platform. Thank you.
Let's have Arvindji. Arvindji wants to answer your question, and then Arvindji wants to introduce himself.
First of all, thank you so much, Bhai Rajiv ji. I think आप लोग के बीच में हूँ हिंदी में show and you know, if reliable leadership, experienced leadership, and crystal clear leadership. If you are thinking about any one of those words, then October 26th, think about the word. It's the anonymous word, and that's the DP code. Okay, there should not be too much brain that we have to put behind that one. So we need to support. It's the high time. We need the proactiveness. We do not need the reactiveness. And right now, the reactive politics is amazing way that these leaders are going. It does not matter which municipality you are talking about. Right now, the symbolizing, right, the symbol politics. There is a, Asian Heritage Month, Hindu Heritage Month, all these months, right? And what they do, first of the month, I do not care. You can quote me on that one. Every single municipality, first of the month, they will have the flag hosting, and then it's done. Social media, some pictures will go, and their responsibility is done. But it's the month, celebrate the entire month. Bring the various other community, have some education, about that particular community, what they have contributed to our community. Asian Heritage Month. Why can we not have a speech contest going on in the school? The second week, the allocation and the quiz contest going on in the schools. Reward those, kids who are coming first, second, third, and all those. So everybody else is participating in the Hindu Heritage Month, the Asian Heritage Month, and they're learning about those things. Right now, we are all in our own silo. That's killing us. That's the division. So we have to make sure the community is coming together as one. Running from Oakville, I have big challenges as a mayor candidate because 20 years of incumbents here. And what 20 years ago happened? We all had the brick phone at that time, right? We have changed that phone. Now we have the smartphone, but we haven't changed the mayor yet. Time is changing. Why we are taking that long? Right? When I'm talking about the proactiveness, look at the school. One of the highest tax-paying, property tax-paying, that's the town we have is Oakville. $10,000 to $15,000 minimum that you are paying for property tax. Within the region, one of the highest we are. And where our kids ending up? They're ending up in the portables.
Yes, exactly.
They're ending up in the portables. Now, there are many reasons you can put behind, but I'll ask you one question. Every other month you have bomb threat. And when bomb threat happens, the entire school is locked down. Oh, good. Inside the school, the teacher and the kids, they are safe now. Though. But what's going to happen to those portables? Teacher and the kids who are sitting there. They're completely exposed to that threat. Are we waiting for one incident to take place, then we will be thinking differently? Why can we not be proactive? Talking about, Deepika ji brought very good reason, right? That how those municipal government are wasting taxpayers' money. In Oakville, 7.5 million line item in the the financial book, you will see $7.5 million for consultant